You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 274.
274. I'm Rude Boy Ralph this week. Yeah, man. Rastafari and pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, all listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platform.
Yep. On X, I'm JON 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Oh. Applause, gunshots, cheers, back to applause. Yeah. Listen, man, we back. Ralph,
extended vacation
after a 2-week break. This is the longest
it's been
break we've had, like in the midst of the year.
Yeah, in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, how you feeling, bro? It's good to see you.
Yeah, likewise, bro. Good to see you, man. Feeling rejuvenated because both of us have had travel plans and just been moving around and still working, still doing all those things in the midst of all of it. So finding those spots to get their rest and relaxation, even though post vacation, because I told you guys I went to Jamaica and now I'm still feeling that vacation hangover, even though that's been about 2 weeks ago at this point. But I had such a great time, man. Shout out to the bros, man. We went down there. We had a great time. Me and Johnny had a great pre-production talk. As we always say, it's definitely just brothers catching up. But just the Rastafarian culture, just kind of getting immersed into that, getting off the resort. They was actually teaching us how to say things in patois.
Mm-hmm.
Introducing us to some great food and fruit. Like marijuana is abundant. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to a marijuana forum. Like I'm seeing all these these strands of marijuana that all the people rap about. I was like, oh, like I'm such a novice. I'm such a novice. Like I just do a little edible and I think I know something. Now they clearly, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. But just shout out to like the Jamaicans, man. Like those Rastafarians, they was just so proud, man. And now I love to see people be excited about their culture and the things that are near and dear to them and how much pride they had talking about it. So it was definitely, man, it was a time was had. I mean, I can talk about the liquor and alcohol and all that, but that comes with vacation, right? But no, like the culture is really what I'm there for. Like, like obviously a good time, relaxation, but I mean, I like learning a little something too.
Yeah. Listen, I saw one of the stories you posted where I think you were on your excursion and you was just outside in the rain, just letting the rain wash all your stress away. I was like, nah. I said, nah. My bro living right now. I love it.
You know what's so crazy? Yeah, we did our excursion and we did this ATV, off-road with the Rastafarians and all that. And it did rain. It rained for like a good 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I promise you, I have never been that refreshed before.
See that?
Like I mean, yeah,
you could see it through the video. I was like, oh no, my bro good.
That rain was like,
good.
It
was cleansing.
It hit different. Yeah. And like we looking at this river where you can drink the water out the river and like you drink, you're like, oh my God, like it's pure alkaline water. I was like, man, shout out to y'all, man. Like, listen, I'll be damned if I drink a running creek around this.
Right, facts.
What? So fuck you mean? Like, nah, but and just kind of getting like, and like we talked about, like, it's shocking to see people that actually live off the land, and when they actually do, us as Americans, or at least people that are just like, not saying they're not civilized, but just wired to think a certain way.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like how much plants are really the things that we need, and everything is a derivative of that.
Mhm.
So, when you pick up a leaf and they like, oh, this clears your sinuses, that's $10 at Walgreens. You found that on the street? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's I'm not saying it's weird. It's not weird, but it's just like,
why don't we know this?
Yeah.
Because I know we have those,
and we make the people that are herbalists and those people that believe in herbs and natural medicines crazy. Like, this medicine isn't derivative of this.
Well, they killed Dr. Sebi. Here we are.
But yeah, I mean, I can sit here and talk about my trip all day, but hey,
I love it, bro. I love it.
We talked about it enough upstairs,
right,
bro.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm in a very transitional point in life right now. I did, and I mean, no, nothing crazy, nothing crazy, but the whole getting married thing and everything that comes around it, combining lives. So that's been a transition in itself. But I did get a chance to go down to Louisiana and spend some time with my sister over Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
My sister and my nephew. So, man, it was great. Listen, man, little boys, they different. Like when I say active, like he didn't stop moving the entire weekend. I'm like, yo, like let's just chill and watch TV. No, I want to go outside, bro. And it's 100 degrees. Like, it's hot. We ain't got to that in St. Louis yet, and hopefully we don't this summer. But man, but no, to be able to spend that time with my family, like, it was great. It was also refreshing. It's something I haven't been able to do in a while. So just to be down there and just be, with family, just to do stuff. Like, we going to the farmers market, we going to the store, like, just regular stuff, but just being with family is different. So that was definitely refreshing. Yeah, man.
And it's funny that you mentioned that, because we talked about family and pre-production too. Like, my nephew is going off to college. He actually went off today. Like, I know it's June 1st or 2nd, however this falls in somebody's ears, but it was just my little man grown, bro. Like, and it's not bothering me. It's just like it's awakening. Like, I was like, oh man, he really grown. Like, he listen, you're an adult now, bro. Like, so we had a real nephew conversation, and he pulled that veil down, bro. It just felt good to see him be himself. And I was like, hey, I mean, I know I'm your uncle, but you ain't got to be like that with me. You know what I'm saying? And I seen such a light that was in him. I was like, man, you'll be all right. Like, it's like, not that you need my blessing to go off and do nothing, but it's just, I seen something in you, and it's like, damn, I helped raise him, so I know he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's a good feeling, like, especially being a part of the upbringing, right? Yeah. And for him to get to the point where, he is going off to college, he is going to have to start surviving on his own, in a sense. And it's like, to see that, he's going to be okay. I know that's a different feeling, bro. I know that's a different feeling.
So it made my heart warm, man. And then just knowing that that's, definitely the offspring of little brother. I seen my brother in him. And I was like, oh my God. Like, this thing, he said something to me, and I looked the way his eyes cut. I said, Jesus Christ. Like, it's like, so no, man, it's just, I love to see that, family gets to live on through others that they're still here, man. You just see it, you love it, and it's so dope, bro. So that's not, the brother that I'm referring to is not his father, but still his uncle. But I'm like, geez.
I know. That's crazy. That's what's up, though.
I know, man.
Shout out to all the high school and college graduates. I've been to a few the last couple months, and it's like, dang, like the people. Anybody being born, well, I always say after 2000, but after 2010, it's insane. It's crazy. It's insane. But here we are.
Yeah, I know.
Here we are. So shout out to y'all, man.
Right, man. What we doing? Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I got one for you. You gave me too many weeks to be off. So I got questions for the next few weeks. I got shit.
That's facts. That's facts.
So I got one gotta go, bro.
Okay.
And I think you're gonna like this one. It's gonna be a little tough, I think. One gotta go. Kings of Comedy edition.
Okay.
So basically what I'm saying is, one got to go out of the Kings of Comedy, and I mean everything: stand-up, movies, sitcoms, any scenes, like any radio show, if you want to throw that in there. Everything got to go. So pretty much you have to eliminate one of the Kings of Comedy in their entire career.
Okay.
So for those who may not know who the Kings of Comedy are, there was a movie that came out with 99, 2000.
Yeah, somewhere
with 4 black comedians that was produced and directed by Spike Lee. You have Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley. So those are the Kings of Comedy. For those that may not know. So we're going to eliminate one of those in their entire, career. So Johnny has to pick. who would he want? Like, who one got to go out of those four?
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
Off the strength that Cedric the Entertainer is in the Steve Harvey Show, I can't get rid of him.
Okay.
That leaves me with D.L. Hughley.
Okay.
I understand. So D.L. Hughley, he had his own talk show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he did. Also did have a talk show.
I don't know if it was.
I know he had a sitcom.
I know he had the. He was a political pundit on CNN.
Yes,
where that maybe could view as a talk show. It's not daytime with Jennifer.
Either way, I can do without it. Either way, I can do without it. So I think everything for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
With D.L. Hughley's career doesn't resonate with me.
Okay.
I got stuff for Steve Harvey. The one thing with Cedric Entertainer is that he's attached to the Steve Harvey Show.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bernie Mac is Bernie Mac. Like I don't think I gotta say nothing about Bernie Mac.
Bernie wasn't getting removed.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that would have furniture movies if you say Bernie gotta go.
Oh no.
and everything and everything.
Absolutely not at all. Not at all. But no, I mean with DL, and I mean this respectfully, right?
Yeah.
I can do without anything that DL Hughley has done because it's not anything right now that I would go back to watch, or to view or to listen to that DL Hughley was a part of. Okay, I can go back to the Steve Harvey Show right now. At least once a year or every other year, I'm rewatching the whole series. Right?
Yeah.
Bernie Mac Show. The classic set that Bernie Mac had for Def Comedy Jam, Ocean's 11, Players Club. Like Bernie Mac has so many different movie roles that resonate with everybody, one-liners and things like that. So I definitely gotta go.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
D.L. Hughley.
I mean, listen,
easy.
Bernie wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, not even close.
That's understood. Like he has one of the GOAT. He has GOAT stand-up sets.
Yeah.
Like he only has 2 of them that we know on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Def Comedy Jam and then Kings of Comedy set. All right, cool. And then his movie career, bar none. Like he was one of them ones in Hollywood, definitely on his way out. So listen. and then Bernie Mac Show. So it's like, you're good, brother. Easy, right? Now we get to Steve Harvey. As much as people may not like Steve Harvey, I think I enjoyed his brand of comedy the older I got, right?
Okay.
Because like when I watch Steve Harvey Show right now, as a grown man that's in the age of where Steve Harvey was when he made the damn show, them jokes hit a little different.
Facts,
like,
not as real.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've always said, like them jokes hit different because I am 37 in that space of being like that tired, grumpy, cool, somewhat times adult. Like I get it. But listen,
it's real.
It's real. So I get like Steve Harvey's brand of humor when it comes to the show. His movies, like he never was like a leading man. So that's neither here nor there. But you'll see him in something. You're like, oh, yeah, it's something funny there. And then a yuck. I can't ever really get it. A yuck. Like
goofy.
Right, exactly. So then it comes down to Cedric and DL for me. Now, I will say this about DL. I am more of a fan of DL solo stuff than I am Cedric's. Like Cedric's, and I think a lot of Cedric's success, and I'm not saying that this is a good or a bad thing, I think it's just tied to Steve. So the show with Steve, and then like when Cedric had something like even like you say Johnson's Family Vacation, Steve was in it. So and then like it ain't too many Cedric movies I'm running back. Like you know what I'm saying, like the Honeymooners or get lost or whatever whatever Cedric be in. I don't be watching them.
What is some shit called The Cleaners or something?
Listen, like Cedric be doing a lot of mid. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And then like I think he's had like classic stand-up moments, definitely being he was one of the hosts of not Def Comedy Jam, but Comic View. Yeah, him and Dio actually. And I mean his sets be cool. I think with DL, he's kind of like a garbage time type of like it got better for him after like certain things for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy his stand-up now. Like I can watch a DL stand-up now. Mm-hmm. I can't think of anything from the 2000s that I want to watch. Right. But like the string of stuff he did like post 2010. Oh yeah, I can watch all them because I think DL did a rebrand of his comedy where he was just telling like slick stuff and black jokes and like roasting people in the audience. Now it became more refined. He's talking about political stuff. We talk about his family. Right. So that's stuff that I think I resonate more with. And then him having Ali Sadiq as his understudy and then Ali Sadiq becoming who he is. Right. I can deal without Cedric.
Okay.
And that's hard for me to say because I fuck with Cedric. But I think right now, just the way I view things and how I like my comedy, I would roll with DL more.
Got you. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
I had to say it out. I got to say it how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, get Cedric out of here, and then now you got to argue because niggas don't know. Like,
Nah, I got you. It's in the detail. I got it. All right. So for my off the dome, I recently saw a clip of T.I. basically saying that he auditioned. Dallas Austin told him to audition for the lead role in Drumline. Now I had no idea, and that I think that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And T.I. didn't get it because he didn't want to learn how to play drums or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. That's neither here nor there. Nick Cannon got the role, and Drumline became the cult classic that it is.
Yeah.
We're here. Now that got me to thinking though, and I had to do a little research on this because I wanted to bring people that we might not have really known lost roles to other people.
Okay.
So my question to you is, who do you think would have done a better job, or not a better? Who do you think would have done a good job in a role that they lost to another actor or actress? Okay, so I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix lost to Benedict Cumberbatch for Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Emily Blunt lost to Scarlett Johansson for Black Widow.
Okay.
And Chris Farley lost to Mike Myers for Shrek. Out of those 3, who do you think would have still done a good job? Not necessarily a better job, but still would have done good in those roles.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley is Shrek.
Chris Farley easy because Chris Farley Chris Farley was one that passed, right? Jack Black is still here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now I had to think about it, but I think Chris Farley definitely was like one of the ones in Hollywood, especially like when it came to the comedic stuff. Like I think it was funnier than Mike Myers, honestly. I mean, they both came from Saturday Night Live, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about a voiceover character, so it kind of limits what that is. You know what I'm saying? We don't have like stop motion, like, you know, like what's my man Andy Serkis that does all the he does like the Hobbit and Planet of the Apes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not stop motion, so it's not emoting anything. All you do for Shrek, all you gotta do is voice.
Gotcha.
So I think in that moment I can just give Chris Farley a little bit more and say that he would just be on par with Mike Myers. I ain't gonna say
but not better
because Shrek is just like that's something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like Will Smith in the Matrix. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I could and that's why I did not include it because I think we've had that conversation this year, which is crazy.
So what's your pick out of that then?
So initially I wanted to go Chris Farley.
Yeah.
But in understanding Chris Farley's comedy, and I think Chris Farley was really funny. Like he's one of those like action comedy. He moves a lot, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if he would have done that good of a job in a voice only role because his comedy is so reliant on him being active.
Okay.
Not to say he couldn't do that in the vocal booth while recording his lines, but I don't know if that would really hit the same in the animated feature. I don't know.
Well, maybe I think maybe we're thinking about like because it's 2000s and stuff, right? Because there have been people that have animated like success, right? You know, Kevin Hart, a lot of that he does. You know, a lot of that is physical. Jim Carrey, I think he's done like some animated voiceover stuff, right?
He has, yeah.
So. And you know, he definitely physical. So I don't know. Like, you know, it's hard to say, what ifs or what ifs though. But you know,
true. But even with Kevin Hart, like it's just Kevin Hart though. I feel like Mike Myers became Shrek. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what's so hard when you're talking about like iconic roles, right? Yeah, Black Widow. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson did a damn thing, but if Emily Blunt did it, we'd be like, it wouldn't have changed shit. It wouldn't have changed nothing. Not a thing. I promise you. But no, and that's the thing when we talk about recasting something that's so iconic as Shrek, is you're gonna be like, like it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
You better off telling me if Cameron Diaz or somebody was gonna, you know, play Fiona, like that might be easier. You went with Shrek. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a Shrek final coming out.
Yeah, and I'm not going to the movie theaters, but I feel like, but I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, no, shout out to them. But I'm thinking maybe Joaquin Phoenix would have done pretty good as Doctor Strange. I don't think he would have did better than Benedict Cumberbatch. But I think the type of actor he is, he would be able to pull it off.
Joaquin probably too bougie to be a part of a ensemble cast like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta tone it down, brother. Like this movie ain't about you, big dog.
I mean,
well, Doctor Strange does have his own film, so I'm tripping.
I'm listening. If he out act Robert Downey and them, shit, all right. Step the game up, my boy. You the one getting paid the millions. Shit, step the game up.
Exactly.
Doomsday.
We'll talk about that later. But hey, people, that was Off the Dome. One gotta go. Kings of Comedy Edition. You got to eliminate one comedian in their whole career. Just let us know who.
Yep. And then who would have done a good job in the acting role that they lost to someone else? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening, family and king folk? We've been gone for a few weeks, so we're going to try and catch up on a few topics here and there. But, let's see what the OS News docket got for us this week. We going to start here with a lot of the legal-ish going on in hip-hop, man. Like, we are the street correspondents for everything street, everything going on in the hood. No, I'm just joking.
From the sidewalk.
Right. Exactly. From the porch, goddamn you. Reporting from the porch.
Right.
But no, I don't know, man. I don't know where you want to start. Do you want to start with Diddy, Chris Brown, or the Tory Lanez, Meg, and all that shit?
Let's start with Chris Brown.
Okay, yeah, Chris Brown, that's light, I guess, right? So Chris Brown was arrested and detained in London for a 2023 assault of a producer that led to this producer having all kind of injuries and all kind of crazy stuff. Chris did not. He had a warrant out for his arrest, which stemmed from him missing like a voluntary type of meeting with London authorities for this assault. So when he came back to London doing this Breezy Bowl press run or getting prepared for the show, he was arrested. He has been released since then, but it's definitely something that we have to address. I thought that the tour would definitely be like in limbo, but it seems like
too.
It's not.
I definitely did too.
So I guess that takes that off the board for now. But Johnny, what's your reaction to that?
I'm gonna be honest. Like nobody from Chris's team knew that was going to like somebody on his team had to know or remember that he had that outstanding warrant. So two things here. Somebody on the team should have known, should have researched, should have alerted Chris Brown or something. But then also London as a country, they wild as hell. They wild as hell because they knew he was coming and still granted his visa. Like you gotta get a visa. You gotta get a visa to go over there.
And all his people and his dancers and everybody got to get visas.
That's what I'm saying.
Not just him.
Not just him. But Chris Brown knew what they wanted, so they just granted it, knowing that he was gonna be there off the plane. Come on, come with me. Come with me, sir.
We petty with it, bro. Like
come with me.
And they was gonna let him sit for a while. They let him sit for a little minute too, but
he had to pay like £5 million to get out.
You'll get that back off of one show.
Man, what?
You'll be all right, but not. I don't know, man. It beats the dead horse when it comes to the conversation of Chris Brown. I do understand all his past transgressions, and you try to get past it, especially I'm just saying me being a fan. And I get with those people that are on the other side of that feel and say, and I hear you and I understand. I'm not sitting there making excuses for this grown man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's well grown with this one. Like this was 2 years ago, right? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. With an assault on a producer, there's nothing you could like say to defend that. Like, oh, he didn't. No, Chris, what you doing, my boy?
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm trying to hear residuals and all that live, man. You almost messed that up,
right?
I don't know, but I get it, and it's often a lot of these conversations are tiring, but I don't know. It's like, how can I say I'm a fan, but I'm not defending this though? You know what I'm saying? I just learned to just enjoy music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just learned to enjoy what this is. But, I do get the conversations. It just gets exhausting.
True.
I think it does. Like, it's like I've sat here and like moonwalked and talked on eggshells when it comes to y'all niggas and y'all feelings about him. I just don't be caring. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. Y'all, it's like, I can't say I like nobody around here no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's saying. That's all I'm saying. True. I like the albums.
True. And I mean, yeah. When said artist is still in public kind of wilding, it's kind of difficult to separate the actions from the music.
Yeah.
But in this case, listen, if he gonna go to trial, whatever he gotta pay it, and then let's just get back to the tour. Because I mean that's really where we at.
Honestly, that's where it's at too. Because it's like I see the discourse. I see it all the time. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Did you get tickets to the show yet?
No,
I haven't either.
I'll get them. And then that was the other thing too. I was like,
I know. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I was happy. I was like, oh shit, he ain't coming.
Yeah, cancel the show.
That's a lot. Now that's if they still let him out of. Is he still in London?
Yeah, listen, they did it. Him and his dancers did a TikTok the other day. Like he over there.
Listen, because he has tour dates over there for like around this time.
It starts in like he has a European leg and then he gets over.
Got it. Now hopefully they let him out. Like I don't.
No, he's it's a TikTok.
No. I'm talking about let him out the city. Like,
that's
like
crazy.
once he's done with his London dates,
he's detained.
Yeah, like
Damn,
they ain't let him out of Europe.
That's
crazy.
Out of the EU, that's crazy. Hey man, let's try this on too, man. I guess I don't know how long we'll be here, so let's go to the Tory Lanez Meg stuff, right?
Okay.
Have you been paying attention to any of the updates that's been going on? Like, because I thought this was a finite thing. I thought like, okay, he's in jail, but somehow there's a discourse. There's people that still ride for whatever. I can't speak to it because I this is another situation where I honestly don't care. But right. people are so charged up about this. I'll be trying to figure out what's going on, bro. But I mean, what's your take on it?
I think so. From what it seems as if there are So first of all, there are people coming out saying that Tory did not shoot Meg. Like I think it was like the bodyguard and maybe like one or two other people. And then there was footage of Megan Thee Stallion immediately after the altercation. She was sitting in the ambulance where she apparently said that she didn't get shot. But then Megan came back in a post and said she was just trying to protect the black people because she thought with the police being called that they would have got shot by the police. It's like it's a whole lot of additional unnecessary discourse around this whole situation. That's really happening. Again, the only people that know what actually happened is Tory, Meg, and what's the other young lady? And Kelsey. Them the only people that actually know what happened because all three of their stories conflict. Nothing matches what the other person says. So we don't know. We don't know. We do know that Tory's in jail. He's serving his time for him shooting or not shooting Meg. Doesn't matter. That's where he is now. He's serving the time. Megan is doing her thing. She was just at DreamCon. She announced a new anime. Like people are in their respective areas. I don't understand why none of this can just, I don't want to say just go away, but like everything has been settled.
I don't know. It's so much discourse around it, and we talked about it, I guess, when it happened, but I kind of let it go then because I'm so weirded out by this because I don't know who's right or who's wrong. And then there have been a lot of conflicting stories from what I know and what I've saw that this was a state of California thing. So state of California went after Tory. I mean, I don't know where all this other discourse came from.
Me either.
And I think that there are a lot of Meg people that are exhausted of Meg. I will say that. I don't know if Meg has haters. I'll just say exhaustion.
You know, really? Why do you think that is from Meg's perspective?
Why people are exhausted of her?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I thought everybody liked her,
and
then I mean, she had beef with Nicki, right?
Yeah,
she had beef with Nicki. Then this Tory Lanez thing and her music being too inconsistent to keep up with the bullshit over here. I think that people have grown tired. So if she was shot or wasn't shot, I don't know. I really don't care. Y'all do. I'm just trying to figure out if she was shot, why so like where did all these Tory Lanez fans come from? And I think that's what I'm weirded out by because I am a Tory Lanez fan. I listen to his music, but I mean, if the nigga shot somebody, all right, cool. And if he didn't, all right, cool.
Right.
I just don't. I don't lead free nothing charges no more. I don't free those chants anymore. You see what happened when they freed Boosie? He came out and became a whole terrorist. Like I don't know what y'all want. Like and Boosie actually did the shit he did. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird, bro. Like I don't know. And it's like people want to attach the African American plight to Tory Lanez. No, he's a Caribbean, Toronto or Canadian.
Yeah, African Canadian.
Yeah, listen,
not African American.
Listen, man.
I don't know.
I say this with all due respect. People from the Caribbean and islands and the diaspora have a real quick thing about separating themselves from African American issues.
Yeah.
So now we got this African Canadian in jail, and y'all want to treat him like he's born and raised here. Like I'm weirded. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything's right or wrong, but I'm just weirded by this.
Yeah, same.
That's all I'm saying. Like
same.
I don't know. I'm not saying Tory deserved 10 years. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Same.
That's the only thing I don't. It's like I truly don't care about this, but y'all be upset. Niggas really say free Tory. And I'm not.
Off of information that they spin to say, hey,
and I think
he didn't really do this.
And I think,
but you don't know.
I'm just going off the fact. I think people are exhausted with Meg, and then I think the other thing too, people don't respect her. I think it's a deep rooted issue against women that we perceive to be hoes.
Oh damn. I ain't expect you to get take it there.
Because what else could it be?
Now, not to say that you're wrong, because I think that makes sense, to be honest, because if you really think about it, outside of Megan, like, putting out her music, doing her videos, she really don't bother anybody. She watching her anime and doing whatever she doing. She don't be out in public talking against people. Like, she doesn't do that. So when this situation happened, it did seem like a lot of people just came out of the woodwork where they're just automatically against Megan Thee Stallion. And then any type of information that seems like Megan is lying or anything like that, they take it and run with it, which it seems like is happening right now.
I mean, there have been moments where Meg, it seems like she's definitely lied or fabricated a story or two, but I think all of them have.
That's what I'm saying.
And for us to sit here and care so much about it, I'm just so weirded by it. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. And I'm not on one side. I'm not pandering. But I honestly genuinely don't care. Like, I wish y'all niggas didn't care so much. Right. Because I listened to Tory Lanez Prison album. That shit was fire. Like I'm like, they had this Pro Tools for him. This is crazy.
Through the phone too.
I know, right?
The hands we had to hold it like this.
Man, hey, he was cooking on that Prison album though. Hey man, shout out to Tory.
Do what you gotta do, I guess.
Hey man, ain't nobody streamed that album though. I streamed it. I fucked with it, but
maybe people bought it.
Ain't nobody. That's what I'm talking about.
Tried.
Like, Tory can get out right now. Ain't nobody going to that damn concert. None of these niggas are saying that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, y'all niggas is not fans. Y'all just hate whatever this is over there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But last but certainly not least, the Sean Diddy Combs trial is underway. This stuff it's been a case by. I mean, it's been a day by day type of thing. I don't even know all the intimate details, because I mean, for one, I'm surprised they're not televising this. I guess because I guess because this is a federal case. Maybe that's what it is.
Wasn't OJ federal?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm asking. I don't
know. We don't know. What you got, bro?
All I'm saying is, and I'm not keeping up with the day by day to this either, but from what I have seen, people's testimonies, Cassie, Kid Cudi, somebody else I forgot, but
it's been assistants. It's been all kind of people.
Yeah, but what it sounds like, the actual charges that are against him in this trial, it doesn't seem like the prosecution is calling witnesses to speak to these actual charges. That's really all I got.
No, yeah. What they're doing right now, they're building a case to assassinate Diddy's character. That's why you keep looking at Cassie, you keep looking at these personal assistants. You're looking at Don Richard, who was his longtime writer and longtime writer and performer with Dirty Money and Danny Detained. So you're getting all of that, and I was just like, okay, and I think that's where that's coming from. But now we're getting to another discourse where it seems like niggas hate women. I'm trying to figure out where Cassie became like Cassie, right? like fuck all this other stuff y'all talking about, like, oh, she stayed around for the money. We seen a video of her getting dog walked, like, respectfully, in a hotel hallway, yeah. And you niggas will still find a way to make Diddy somewhat of a victim.
The nastiest
thing I heard. That's what's weird. I'm like, y'all niggas is weird.
Like it's crazy to see that, and then ask, well, what did Cassie do? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to sit here and say we literally saw him beat her in a hotel hallway, and you're sitting here asking what ifs. She stayed for money. She did this. I was like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Are we doing this because we really care about Diddy and whatever he has going? Do we not give a damn about Cassidy because her like she doesn't have an entertainment leg to stand on, so it's kind of like we have nothing to attach ourselves to with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where it feels weird.
And that's right, because ever since Cassie seemingly broke up with Diddy, however you want to frame it, and got with her current husband, she's literally been minding her own business. I mean, outside of like the civil suit, but that's it. She's married. I think she just had her second kid, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's it. So I don't understand where all of this hatred toward Cassie is coming from. Like, I don't understand it.
And the more details you get about these freak offs, it really was just him and a sexual, like a sex worker and Cassie. It wasn't even like a big room or something. Now, granted, we haven't got that far, but from what has been disclosed, like it's like I don't know what this big witch hunt is. It's weird because we have to blame everybody except the people that are actually committing these issues.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Diddy is a freaky ass nigga. Like, and he beat women. Like, that's clear. We can see two things. There's two things that's clear right here. He's a freaky nigga and he beats women. Clear. I don't know what else we're talking about. Like, there's nothing else to discuss.
I know.
And I'm like,
there's so much other discourse around nonsense.
I think we just want to do what these degenerates get to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just as black people, we just want to do the shit too and get over it. And it's like, y'all weird, bro.
But you can't now. Get over it. Get over it.
You know these things are against the law,
right? Like, Jesus Christ.
Or you know what? Fuck it. It's immoral.
Right, no, right.
Fuck the law. It's immoral. I don't think we should beat women. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
morality doesn't matter to some people, which is crazy.
It's like I have nothing for y'all, man. Like, y'all keyboard warriors are hilarious to me until somebody beat your mama, sister, or something, some woman that you care about. And then we gotta, oh no, domestic violence. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all goofies.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's the society we
in. Yeah, man. Let's try to lighten this up, man. Since we're talking about hip hop, at least let's talk about some music, right? You know
right.
Some music. So the Clipse, No Malice, and Pusha T, brothers from Virginia, dropped a new single for their album name. I'm sorry, the album. Oh, dang, what happened to my thing? Okay, the lead single for "Let God Sort 'Em Out," Ace Trumpets, dropped on Friday. Johnny,
yeah, man.
Have you had a chance to listen?
I have, multiple times, several times, a bunch of times.
I'm putting a lot on that.
I like the song. I like it. Now, first of all, shout out to the Clipse for coming back. Yeah. Let's start there, right? Round of applause. Shout out to For Real on the production on that song. He's the executive producer of the album, which, I mean, clearly makes sense for a Return Clipse album. The beat's fire. Production is fire on this song. Now, if we're going to get to the lyrics, first of all, again, I said I started this off. I like the song. I really like the song. Now, are there some questionable lyrics? Sure. We'll start with that. But overall, I really enjoyed this song.
All right, hold on.
Look,
fuck out of here. I don't know what he talking about. That is a mid pack if I have ever heard one.
Oh my god.
Their production mid, they flowing lazy. Like, yeah, they got bars. I ain't never said they had lyrics, but come on, for a lead single, y'all ain't dropped the album and God knows when. Like, hold on, man. Let's look at
you finna look it up. You finna look it up
because this shit is nasty. Hold on, bro.
Listen. First of all, I can understand how Pusha started his verse. Like, I get listen, but don't let that dictate the rest of the verse. You can't.
They haven't had an album since 2009. And that's what you come back sounding like. And
it didn't sound bad.
And Pharrell is not a good producer by himself.
Jesus.
Let's get to that too. We need to get Chad back in there. Y'all need to make up, do something. Because this is the thing, right? I've heard better snippets than this, and this is the lead single. That's why I'm frustrated. This is an interlude at best.
It was only 2 minutes.
I know, an interlude. This is not a lead single.
It's only 2 minutes.
I got one for you.
That's how J. Cole did the off season.
No.
Okay.
Pusha T, when he dropped the dry album, whatever the name that was.
It's almost dry.
It's almost dry. What was the lead single on there?
I don't remember.
Diet Coke. You remember?
Okay.
You trying to play dumb.
No, I swear I did.
Diet Coke.
Okay, Diet Coke, yes.
Now, granted,
Kanye
produced that.
Okay.
That is a lead single. That's how you come back. Now, granted, I know No Malice said he ain't rapping about Coke. Let Pusha do that. But this shit here, and I'm frustrated because I am a Clipse fan. That's why this shit ain't going for me,
bro. It's not that bad. Okay, tell me specifically what's wrong.
That is not lead single for arguably one of the greatest duos that you can put them in top 10 territory.
I got you.
So for you to come back for an album, and what is this? 2025? I mean, so what? 2009? How long was that? 16 years.
Yeah,
16 years. That's what. No.
Take the lead single part out of it. Take that out of it.
No.
The song itself.
Still
What about the song?
That beat is not good. Pharrell is not a good producer.
How did you listen to the song the first time?
I listened to it on my earphones at work.
All right.
It ain't go change nowhere else. If I listen to it at work and I got my beats on, like you got the spatial audio.
No, listen, and that's why I asked. Because I wanted to know the exact dimensions of sound that you was able to hear. I didn't know if it was in the speaker in the house or what.
And now I'm saying this. I didn't say the song was trash. I just said me.
It's me. Right? Okay.
It's not. Listen, y'all coming back after 16 years, bro. I need it.
Listen, in Ralph's defense here, because I still disagree with this, but in Ralph's defense, coming back as a duo, as one of the greatest duos in hip hop history, you cannot start your verse off by saying yellow diamonds look like pee-pee. You can't say that. You can't say that.
That's why
you can't say that. But
lead single,
the rest of the verse is fine.
Man, it's like, hey, for real, man, what we doing, bro? Like, man, you and Chad need to get back right, because when Chad and you was producing, the Clipse shit was so elite, bro.
Oh man, bro.
Like they could have had the John Legend joint as a lead single. Remember that joint they was playing in Fashion Week?
I do remember that, and I'm almost certain that's on that.
And that shit smoking this. I need horns. I need triumph. I need something.
Pause, but maybe they're easing you back into it.
That's crazy. No.
You just gotta come out with the
you gotta come out with the heat, bro. Because arguably they got two classes to me. Lord willing, I played Lord willing so much.
Listen, I am
Hell Have No Fury is a cold album. To the casket drop.
Ralph and I had a super brief exchange about this song when it came out. And I've been trying to build my case because I already knew where he was going with this. I don't think I'm doing a good job. But what I will say is that I still like the song. Now, again, you cannot start your verse saying yellow diamonds look like pee-pee. You can't. And he said it so like with conviction. But no, you can't do that. But I still like the song.
It's just
I do like this.
I just said it was mid. Like I didn't say it was trash, but it's just like, come on, man. Y'all not helping me defend y'all out here. Because you know what I'm saying? Like I can make a case for y'all being top 10 duo. Top 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But whoo, like, hey man, little brother came back with more heat than this.
Oh, come on, right?
Little brother.
Now that's not me saying little brother's shit was trash, because I love that album.
First of all, their discography is better.
Little brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We can have that conversation another day.
Yeah,
but
right now.
Man, this song, I think it's slightly above, well, not slightly. I think it's above mid. Whatever's between mid and fire is right there. Look,
I'm not good.
You don't even like the production? That's crazy.
And that's the thing. Like, Pharrell is not a good producer to me. So he starting to teeter into that Swiss Beats lane to me.
Yikes. Yeah,
because I'm telling you, there's a distinct difference between the Neptune and Pharrell. There's a distinct difference.
Damn.
Because all the production magic you go give like Pharrell credit for is Neptune's work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ain't rolling with this. This is all right. But for real, the heat. You ain't focused on Louis Vuitton that much. Hey, the heat. Where is that?
That's the other point. This album was recorded at Louis Vuitton studio or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't sound luxury to you. Like just the song Ace Trumpets. It didn't sound.
The name. The name did.
Damn it.
The name.
Damn it. Oh my god.
I'm good. Now listen, when the album drop, let God sort them out. I'll watch. I mean,
you're gonna listen. You're gonna listen. But damn, that's a fire album title. Like you can't.
It's like that's the thing, right? You got this single. I mean, you got this album title. You got Pharrell locked in, quote unquote. I know y'all got decent features that complement everything well. Y'all had to roll out or whatever happened at Paris Fashion Week last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's more to this. Like for your first album in 16 years, I needed to be heat. I need to be heat. And this wasn't enough for me to be excited. Like, okay, the announcement, the title, I was like, okay. But the lead single let me down.
And this is why. This is the reason why I don't like to listen to lead singles anymore. Because it can taint your perception of the album before it comes out.
That's very
where
true.
Back in the day it was completely different. Like your absolute heat had to be the single.
Now this is the thing, right? I didn't go searching for this.
Yeah.
Now this wasn't no New Friday thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Instagram and Complex said
Got it.
Clipse lead single H Trump. It's like y'all building it up.
Yeah.
So of course when I go listen and it don't matter, I'm like, what the fuck? No, this ain't it. Yeah. So that's why clearly it's money behind this because you got Complex pumping it up. So that's why I'm even like, that's why I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Now, if I probably went and go listen to this on my own, this one you made it to the damn docket. I guarantee you. But it was just the fact that social media was trying to hype it up.
If it wasn't on the docket, this would have been my song of the week.
I'm telling you, I was hot.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Hey man, I fuck with it.
Listen, I'm still a Clipse fan. I'm still going to listen.
Yeah.
When this album drops. So when it drops, play. No hezzy.
Of course.
But I feel like this, like we had those debates all the time where we hear a song and it just fits within the body of the album. Maybe this is one of those things. And they have been singles like that. And I don't know if you remember this, but remember when T.I. made a song with, I want to say it was Meek Mill called Hefe or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
You didn't like it because I remember us talking about it. I'm just, going back in my pod decks up here. And you said you didn't like it, but when we reviewed the album, I think it was Dime Trap.
Yes,
it fit within the album.
Yep.
It just fit within the album. This is probably what this is giving.
And
this ain't no.
And this is track 5 too. So it's early in the album. So
that's all I'm saying. Listen. But lead singles are different to me, man. I guess I'm still thinking of 2000 rollouts. Like when that lead single hit, that set the tone for what this album finna be.
True. And that's just not the case now.
They put lead single on it. I don't know. I mean, I know you can't call it nothing else, and I'm not trying to get them to call it nothing else. But lead single comes with lead single expectations.
Jesus Christ, man! I don't know.
Well,
we will let God sort them out, though.
Man. I know, man. Let's try this out too, man. Blur topic, blur segment, man. First things first. Marvel,
man.
Marvel Studios, MCU. They have pushed back Avengers Doomsday. It was slated for, I think, a May 2026 release.
Yes, sir.
Now we're shooting at December 18th, 2026, right in time for Christmas. And you know how it gets in, Christmas time when they're at the movies. So, Johnny, any thoughts on this?
This is trash. This is horrible.
Oh no.
I am not a fan of the date change. First of all, I really hate to say this, but I kind of figured that was gonna happen just because of the whole change from Kang Dynasty to Doomsday. Like, and they just started filming now to come out a year from now for a movie that's so large in scale, right? There's no way that you can film, let's just say film for 9 months and do
post production
and then do 3 months of post. No, and they're gonna do reshoot. Like, no, just no. Mm-hmm. It's probably not even gonna come out in December next year, if I'm being honest. But let's just knock on wood type shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me stop there and get your initial thought.
Okay. I'm actually okay with it because I seen it coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for all the things Johnny just said, the lateness of shooting, like starting production, and I think a lot of people haven't been solidified with their characters, and like we're trying to do so much with cleaning up this Kang storyline and all this, and hey, money got to be this, we got to figure this out, and them actually putting it in December like that puts a big target on Marvel's back, because now you're competing probably against yourselves, because it may be a Star Wars movie at that time,
or Avatar, or some
and then
shit.
Now if you're going up against Avatar, that's something else. Avatar is guaranteed $1 billion. That's guaranteed. So I don't know, bro. I
this is my other point about an Avengers movie coming out in December. That statement in itself is super trash. Every Avengers movie we had has come out in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the feeling of seeing an Avengers movie in the summer months, because that's blockbuster time, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to feel the same watching an Avengers movie in December in the cold. It's the same as like not listening to West Coast artists in the fall. It's literally the same thing. I don't want to watch an Avengers movie in December. I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, I hear you, but the thing is, we've been conditioned to that, right?
Yes.
So let's start a new tradition.
No, yeah.
I'm just saying, look,
we're not gonna start that with Avengers Doomsday. We're not doing.
They put with one. It ain't nothing good. Listen, Johnny, we can get into this now.
Come on.
No, it ain't been enough for us to even be fucking excited about the Avengers Doomsday. Let's start there. Like, this is not Infinity Game and then War. I mean, Endgame.
Damn, that's funny.
This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta act like we getting excited for this. Like, we don't even know who the Avengers are.
We don't.
Let's get past Fantastic Four first. Let's try this first.
Hey, I don't want to say it, but I done seen some reports on Fantastic Four that make me kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. So I ain't gonna get into it.
Yeah, no,
we ain't gonna do that.
But I'm just saying, this is not the same run that we thinking of, right? Yes, Avengers Doomsday is going to be a big thing. Yes, yeah. I totally agree. But we're hinging on the fact that we had such success with Infinity War and Endgame, to where that we just know that this 2-part Avengers movie is going to work.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And
that is true
for your statement.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah. I agree. But I'm also leaning on the fact that I'm not even thinking about like Dr. Doom and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
We know that's the villain, cool, whatever. I think for me, the other part is it's the same thing kind of with Deadpool. It's like we're going to get so many other characters that we've seen in Marvel movie lore throughout the last 25 years. And I don't mean the MCU. I mean Fox, Sony. Like, we're getting all of those characters. So for that's the excitement for me here. It's like, understanding, Robert Downey Jr. will probably be a variant of Tony Stark somehow. Like, cool, I understand. Cool. That's not the excitement that I have here. The excitement comes from knowing that we're going to get the clash of all of these different MCU characters across movie studios. That's where the excitement comes from me. And understanding you're not going to be able to get that magic in a year. You can't do it. You can't do it.
That part.
So I'm looking forward to this moving to the summer of 27. But that also means Secret Wars moves to 28.
And I thought that was the idea at first, right?
For Secret Wars to be out in 28?
Yeah. Oh, like, I thought, like,
no, because Kang Dynasty was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, all that's
right. Well, and I hear you, right? It's cool that we have these like movies where we have like examples of cameos and crossing of universes, especially with most recent with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
However, you're talking about literally every damn character.
That's what I'm saying.
So it sounds exciting.
They should have started filming this shit last year.
But my thing, I can't get excited fully, right? I mean, trailers and all that stuff influence, but just knowing the current state of the MCU, what the writing hasn't been, and then we're depending on the Russos to kind of pick this up.
Yeah.
Because when all in all, right, their movies have hit, but someone had to kind of do some lifting to kind of get them there too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so am I trusting the Russo brothers and whoever they got writing this to make it work? kind of, but it still has to be some type of proper build up, and that's the thing that I feel like I'm lacking for me to fully be okay with it, and then for you to push it back 6 months, bet, like, you know what I'm saying, at least that the movie will be quality.
Yeah,
because imagine if there's a movie that people out here deem less than Age of Ultron. And I loved Age of Ultron, but imagine if there's a movie that comes out, another Avengers film, they be like, you know what, this ain't it.
And Doomsday cannot, Marvel, Disney cannot, like, Doomsday has to hit. It cannot be like Age of Ultron, where Age of Ultron literally aged like fine wine, right?
Yeah, no, they can't.
They can't afford. That's the word.
It's got to win in the building. It can't win on cam.
Facts. Facts. That's a fact. And in the building mean first, second, and third week box office.
It's got to win
in the building.
It can't win on cam.
Like you can't hinge on the fact that it's going to be streamed a lot when it comes out.
Nah.
This shit got to hit in the theater. This shit got to make damn near $3 billion. Like it has to.
And that's part one. What about part two?
Come on, man. We ain't even got the part two yet.
We
like,
ain't got the Secret Wars, bro.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. But that was interesting. But let's get to this. This the last thing here on the docket, man. Last of Us season 2 concluded last Sunday on HBO Max, wherever you able to watch that show. Big show amongst gamers and I guess fantasy and sci-fi, whatever you want to say. 7 episodes. Johnny, now that the dust is settled, what are your thoughts on just the overall season?
First of all, season was too short. Let's do that. Yeah. Also, they should have. I understand wanting to adapt the video game story to
live action.
That's cool. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot to pull from season 1. Hell, I feel like they still had a lot to pull from season 2. But they should have added more stories. They should have done more with season 2. I feel like season 2 wasn't enough.
Okay.
It wasn't enough.
Okay.
That's where I'm
okay. Yeah, it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. Like, it definitely, like, I'm in. So, like, it wasn't really, it didn't feel like a task going to, watch it every week. Mm-hmm. But there were some things that, definitely left much to be desired. But then again, I'm just watching the show like I am with these comic book movies. I don't have source material. Like, I'm not familiar with it. So Joel's death really, that fucked me up as a viewer. Yeah. And then just the other things about tropes within the show. I think there could have been more, definitely. But if they're directly pulling from the game, I guess that helps. Maybe in the argument of content. What I'm saying? And then, like you said, it was too short. But I think that might be money because, like, when you look at those, I don't know about you, but I watched the makings of the episode. Ooh, boy,
cost
the cost. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess like okay, now we just get to it. The highs of season 2. If you found anything to just be, if anything you got,
I think. Let me see. So the backstory or the plot where Joel killed the therapist's husband. So like they kind of foreshadowed it, right? Yeah. Like he was seeing her for services, mm-hmm. and she just came out and said, "You killed my husband," and I was confused. I'm like, what's she talking about? But then when they did the flashback in a later episode, I was like, oh, like I thought that was dope. Like that was cool to see that to see that play out. But then also, like with Ellie and Joel, right? Not knowing that she knew what Joel did at the end of season 1. Like we didn't know that she knew that until a few episodes after he died. Like I thought that was cool too, how they played that out. So like the writing in that was cool, which I think that was pulled directly from the game. I thought that was dope to see that in live action.
Yeah. But
it ain't really too much else. Like, oh no, sorry. The one other high is when the horde of zombies attacked the city and how they had the plan to like actually to kill them all and stuff.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was super dope. But that's really all I got.
Yeah. I mean the action for sure, right? You know what I'm saying? When you get to those action set pieces, like the the zombies being in the snow. Like that was crazy. And then how they just redirected, and certain zombies were starting to get smarter, and they had to kind of adapt their killing style, like like just protecting themselves, and like the Jackson hole or whatever they call themselves. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, like you said, them protecting themselves and almost to the brink of not making it, but they made it. So shout out to them. The boat scene with Ellie, I think that was some great TV. That was some great. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Like CGI, but CGI, baby. But I mean, listen, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed how, I wouldn't say, well, you could say desperate, to get revenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm on. And like, I enjoy some of the certain writing aspects, but I think that we, somebody that enjoys shows, like, you got to give me 10 episodes, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I 7 was weird for me. So,
unless you're going to do like the part 2 of season 2, like in 2 months, but like, like we, if this is even if they do a season 3, because there is no Last of Us 3, the game. So if they do a season 3, it's going to be all original material.
And it may be is the the way that it ended. Like we might get to some stuff, and then now you might get into Game of Thrones territory where they abandoned the source material because they lit George R. Martin, the author of the book, never wrote anything past it. So that's where people will tell you, like, after season 5 of Game of Thrones, you get a little iffy, right. So if we get into something where the showrunners just have to go off of vibes, like, I'm saying, vibes, pretty much, you're like, it can get real tricky, because I like the way the season ended. Like, I don't really see too many like lows for me, for real. I just wish that the season was longer, because I was thoroughly entertained. I still was entertained. Some people was just not going. Yeah, but I'm not on that train though.
So help me with the ending, right? So Abby, so spoiler alert, I guess. Abby comes in, she kills old boy. I can't think of his name. The one that was about to be a dad.
Yeah, I know, man.
I know, I can't think of it, but she killed him. She shot Tommy.
Yep.
And then Ellie, she, basically pleading for her life. I'm the one you want. Joel told me what happened. I know he killed your dad, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Abby points the gun at Ellie, right?
Yeah.
But then
fade to black.
It goes to,
like, you hear a gunshot and then fade to black.
Now, wasn't there? So the scene where Abby wakes up and then she goes out and she's in the Seattle football stadium, it says day 1. Wasn't that after that? Or was that before?
It's before.
Okay, so I'm tripping.
No, yeah, they're going back to day 1, because with when Ellie and Dina showed up to Seattle, it said day 1. And remember how sunny it was?
Yeah.
They were looking for Abby. They just got to the city. So now, if there's going to be a season 3, it's going to be from Abby's point of view for those 3 days.
Got it. Okay. See,
leading up to the gunshot,
and that's where I was confused. All right, got you. So, all right, so that that's fire.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
Like, that's why I was like, no, I'm with it. Like, I'm still with Ellie though, but it's I get like this whole vicious cycle of revenge, and it's like, when are you ever going to be satisfied? Because when Abby killed Joel, you would have thought she won her gold medal, right? No, the look in her eyes as they walked out of there, it was just like,
it's a cycle. The same cycle that Abby was in when her dad died is the same cycle that that Ellie is in now that Joel died. It's the same shit.
And she was like, I let you live, which, I mean, technically she did. They could have killed Ellie and Dina, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They spared them, because all we were here for was Joel.
Exactly.
So once Joel died, you figured that, revenge wouldn't be. It took Abby a minute to get to them.
Yeah.
Ellie spent the block quick.
Right, man. What? Easy.
Like, soon as she was let out the hospital, it's up. Like, I'm out. I'm outside.
Right. They had a vote and everything. She went against the vote.
Yeah, and that was the thing, that my man that was about to be a daddy ain't no daddy no more. And that's what. And I think that was the thing when you watch the show like this. People like that have the purest intentions, that are not as selfish as the main character. They always catch it.
Yep.
Now, Ellie has proven to us as viewers that she is selfish, and hey, it happens, right? But that's what a main character is supposed to do, evoke that type of emotion. We like this spoiled ass brat, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, she had reason to feel that way at Joel, but it's just by the time that they would have reconciled, Joel is dead.
Yep.
So Joel, like, even though Joel wasn't a saint, because if you look at it from Abby's point of view, that man is a villain.
Absolutely.
And how many people have Joel killed? You know what I'm saying? It's just he selfishly kept Ellie around because he was mourning the loss of his own daughter.
And that's the thing about The Last of Us, just as entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
The story that's built around these characters, the backstories of these characters, and how they all connect and intertwine, is written so well. And like to see that in live action, starting from season 1 to the end of season 2, is just dope, man.
So
dope.
I guess, like, is there any low point? Pretty much, like, you know, anything you just didn't care for?
Just it being too short. Like, I feel like it wasn't enough.
Yeah,
I feel like it wasn't enough.
Yeah, me too. But what do you say to those that have criticized the writing of Last of Us? Do you think that's a valid argument?
No, because it's took. I would be interested to know if said people not necessarily played the game or just know about the game in general. Because if they know about the game, probably 90% of this stuff is taken directly from the game.
And maybe that's a thing to look at, right? It's so much direct correlation from the game. How much are you actually developing these characters that the writers of the original game didn't already do? You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something. Hey, I enjoyed Jeffrey writing here. Like, I enjoyed niggas was acting, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
sure. But
I just know that it definitely was short. And so much of the Last of Us brand, at least from a show perspective, right, has been built off of Pedro Pascal. So how do we entertain a season 3 without Joel's character? And then are we going to, you know, and I know the game does flashbacks, so that's a possibility too. Like, you still keep Pedro in that, but Pedro's not the leading man anymore. He's just a sub character with, you know, flashback scenes. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to have to,
excuse me,
in order for them to proceed with a season 3, they're going to have to humanize Abby to the point that they did Joel in season 1.
And I think that's the goal, right? Because if we're going back to Seattle day 1, right? Because I think they tried to humanize Abby in some of the aspects. Because, like, if they showed Abby just showing up to Jackson with a revenge plot, right? That doesn't make sense,
right?
But the first time we see Abby, we see her and her team at the Fireflies gravesite.
Yep.
And she's talking about my dad and all this stuff. So it's like, that's a humanizing effort there. We just didn't know she was gonna go kill Joel in the next episode.
Right.
Goddamn. but I mean, it's gonna take a lot for me to
stop watching.
No, I know, just to get on Abby's side.
Oh, got you.
Humanize Abby. Hell no.
There's gonna be some hell of a writer's room to be able to do that.
Go out to, man, listen, I don't care how many episodes is from her point of view.
It's still up.
It's still up.
No matter what. I'm waiting for Ellie to come in.
Man, what? Right, when Ellie get to, I hope this is my real hope, right? It's like a 5-episode season. We do all the breakdowns of Abby, and then Dina really shot her in the back. You know, the gunshot we hear is Dina shooting her. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Let's get back to Jackson.
That's fire. Actually. That's fire. That's fire. Now that's what's up, man.
Hey, man, but clearly we have. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I want to get past this.
What's up?
Out of 5, if you can, rate. Because I didn't have any low. I didn't have any.
Just honestly, off the strength that it was just, for me, it was too short, and I feel like I'm left unfulfilled. I guess I'll do that. I'm going 3.75 because it's still a good season. It's just it didn't feel like enough. Yeah.
I'm at 3. It was good. It's just, you know, obviously the way it looks and all that is great, but I just needed more material. But okay,
we here.
We here. But clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
If you are on YouTube, first of all, welcome back. Yes, hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.
Now, if you're on audio.